me, the Banana Ball player draft is pretty much all you can think about right now, and I've seen a lot of different reactions to it online from our wonderful fans. I'm not here to tell you how you should feel about it, but as the guy who has been blessed to call 272 of the 321 Banana Ball games ever played, I obviously have a unique perspective on this, and I want to tell you why I think it's necessary at this point in time. Now, the number one reason why I think this draft has to happen is for the legitimacy of the Banana Ball Championship League and also the competitive balance of the league. In the past, we have never seen how these rosters are constructed, outside of a little sneak peek in the Banana Land doc of how the 2022 World Tour rosters were constructed. Those were the good old days. But I think it's really important that the fans get to see how these teams are formed and how the coaches construct it. And that's what you're going to get with this draft. Now, like I said, I completely understand being upset not knowing if your favorite player is going to be on the same team next year. And while creating and adjusting these rosters behind the scenes has had some success, most notably in 2023, when through 69 games, the Party Animals ended just one game better than the Bananas. That was ridiculous. Across the last 2 years, as we get more of a sample size in the history of our young sport, we see the downsides of it, right? Like the Bananas cruised to winning the tour in 2024. And the Firefighters in their inaugural season with some Banana Ball veterans on their squad went 3-16. A lot of competitive games, but again, 16 losses out of 19 games played. There's a learning curve to Banana Ball, and you really need some quality veterans on your team if you want to try and hit the ground running. And we're going to have 2 brand new teams next year in the Loco Beach Coconuts and the Indianapolis Clowns. And now you look at the Firefighters this year with a much more veteran-filled squad, of course, albeit with guys who mostly only played those 19 games the season before. They went 6-27. Then you look at the Tailgaters. Now they had a lot of visitors from 2024, but those guys had only played 6 Banana Ball games. And they had a little more success than the Firefighters. They went 9-24 this year. But to have a legitimate league, it's just not a good look to have teams that, could struggle like that, and you don't know how the rosters were constructed, and the coaches did not get to select the roster themselves, which is how it's going to be next year. With, of course, the addition of the 3 players on the 4 returning teams who were voted in by you, the fans. And remember, guys who are not franchised still have a great chance of being on their team again. Their coaches have that destiny in their hands. They can select them in the draft to bring them back. I'm almost definitely 100 percentile optimistic just when it comes to the population on Earth, so I'm predispositioned to be thrilled about something like this. I just need to share that optimism with the world and tell you why I am so excited about this. And I completely understand why folks are upset. I just also want to explain the other side of the coin, why I think this is necessary for the future of our sport when we're trying to have a legitimate competitive league and have this thing crush from the get-go. If you're like